The Indiana Fever just pulled off a stunner. They knocked out the Atlanta Dream in Game 3, advancing to the semifinals, and this win deserves a deeper look, especially with one burning question on everyone's mind. Could Caitlin Clark actually make her return? Reports have been swirling, some hopeful, some doubtful, but I've dug into it and we'll break it all down here. But first, let's give credit where it's due. This victory was massive. The Fever weren't just underdogs. They were supposed to fold when it mattered most. Down by 5 with under 2 minutes to play. Statistically, that should have been a wrap. At that moment, the Dream had an 84% chance of closing it out. Instead, Indiana flipped the script, showing toughness, composure, and resilience that's impossible to ignore. And honestly, considering what this team has battled through all year, losing Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, and Chloe different stretches, just making it to the semifinals is an incredible statement. No matter what happens next, this playoff run has already been a defining moment, and you could see it in the raw emotion after the final buzzer. This wasn't just another win, it was proof the Fever refused to quit. Fans may have been frustrated with Stephanie White this season, especially with how she's managed Caitlin Clark, but there's one thing you can't take away from her. She's kept this group locked in. Through injuries, constant lineup changes, and non-stop outside noise, she steadied the ship, and the results speak for themselves. Despite everything, the Fever are headed to the semifinals. Kelsey Mitchell even highlighted it after the win, offering praise that gave us a glimpse into what we don't always see, the leadership and focus happening inside that locker room.
Coach White has done a good job of talking about how much you guys mean to her. What does she mean to you? Maybe you as well.
Oh man, I've had 5 coaches in 8 years. I've been on the worst record teams here in Indiana Fever, so I know where my career started at. I know what I've kind of had to go through to kind of be in this position. I've never had a coach that poured into me respectfully like Steph has. I go where I'm valued, and I've never really felt that as a pro. And so for the first time in my career, I really feel like I have someone that values what I bring to the table as a player and a person. Not just a player, but as a person. So I always love Steph because she gave me an opportunity to kind of be who I am. And it's hard to do that and be that as a professional athlete. And when you find coaches that believe in you, I'll never take it for granted. So thank you, Coach.
Looking ahead, sure, there are plenty of things we wish had been handled better this season, but even with all the bumps along the way, a few players really stepped up and the chemistry in that locker room looks solid. Add Caitlin Clark back into the picture next year, and it's hard not to see this team as a real contender. Now, a couple of moments right after the game stood out, and honestly, the rest of the league could take notes. First off, the Fever's social media team wasted no time roasting ESPN after every single analyst picked them to lose. That's how it should be. Let your game do the talking, then fire back when you've earned it. Compare that to Alicia Gray, who had a fan tossed out just for some light heckling. She might as well get a Kleenex sponsorship the way she handled it. And if you still need proof of the difference, just look at the Fever. They got booed after their win, and instead of whining, they laughed it off and owned the moment. Open up the hate speech investigation right now, Kathy, because clearly fans can't be allowed to cheer against the other team, right? Come on. This is sports. If you can't handle boos from a crowd of maybe 350 people, then pack it up and cry into a pillow at home. That's why the Fever's reaction hit so well. It was the exact right response. They got it. They embraced the moment, and fans loved them for it.
Caitlin Clark showing you guys how to interact with the fans. You don't pull a Kalia Copper and go to the post-game podium and complain about fans booing. It's a part of the game. Caitlin Clark didn't pull an Angel Reese and get a whole fake racism investigation started because opposing fans are booing you. This is stardom. This is how you handle booing fans. You don't go get a fake investigation started because you can't handle people booing you.
Now let's shift the focus back to Caitlin Clark. With the Fever advancing, the big question on everyone's mind is simple. Could she return? We've already seen clips of Caitlin working out in Atlanta, bouncing around on the sidelines looking energized. Physically, it looks possible. And according to Scott Agnes, the concern isn't her groin anymore. That's no longer the issue.
Scott Agnes, it's the groin. It's not the groin, it's the ankle. It's not the groin, it's the ankle. People saying stop lying, man. Scott Agnes is the one person that's been legit. He's the one person, regardless of what you've said, he's what you think about him. He is the closest thing to an insider.
Say what you want about Scott and his past comments on Fever fans, but one thing is clear, he's plugged in. He doesn't put something out there unless it's essentially cleared by the team, so we can treat this as legit. And that's encouraging, because if Caitlin's groin is no longer a concern, she's either back next season at full strength or maybe even sooner. And don't forget, this Fever squad has already proven they can hang. They've beaten the Aces twice this year.
You actually just referenced it twice. It is Indiana. Dropped 2 of the 3 games to them this year, but you haven't seen them since late July. What excites you about that matchup?
That they haven't seen the real Aces yet. They caught us when we were a bit in turmoil. Not only that, they whooped us.
Becky Hammon might be right when she says the Fever haven't faced the Aces at their peak, but this is the postseason. Anything can happen. We've seen lower seeds in every sport make unexpected championship runs. If Indiana somehow reached the finals, it would have given Caitlin the perfect window to gear up for a dramatic return. And the parallels to Michael Jordan's second year are hard to ignore. Like Caitlin, MJ spent most of his sophomore season sidelined, that time with a broken foot. Then, out of nowhere, he stormed back in the playoffs and dropped 63 points on a powerhouse Celtics team in 1986. Caitlin has already shown she's cut from that same cloth. Remember her 9 points in just 38 seconds against the Liberty, pulling up from deep like it was nothing. She thrives in those comeback moments. And let's be real, the WNBA needs her. Ratings without Caitlin have been flat. With her back on the floor, we'd be looking at millions tuning in every game. That kind of surge is exactly what the league needs when it's fighting for bigger contracts and respect for the pioneers who built it. But here's the hard truth. The Fever officially ruled Caitlin out of the playoffs. She's off the roster, and once you're off, you can't come back. No miracle ending, no sudden return. Why? Maybe the team didn't expect to advance this far. Maybe they're simply playing it safe. Whatever the case, the door is closed on 2025. Still, what Indiana has accomplished without her is a sign of bigger things ahead. The heart, the fight, the belief. It's all there. And next year, with Caitlin back at full strength, maybe still rocking those black Air Force Ones, and a little luck from the basketball gods, don't be shocked if this team makes a true Cinderella run. If you've made it this far, you're the true MVP. Go ahead and drop a big W in the comments to let us know you're still rocking with us. Appreciate you for watching till the end.